Hi everyone, how are you? Alan Watts once started saying that we should allow ourselves to entertain the notion that life isn't a grave affair. He pointed out how many people tend to believe that if they aren't constantly engrossed in serious matters, they might be seen as idle or unproductive, not contributing to the societal well-being. Therefore, within this context, the role of an artist is particularly intriguing. The artist assumes a somewhat deceptive role in society, appearing as a pinnacle of indulgence, a seemingly irrelevant figure. After all, affording an artist's creations is often viewed as a luxury, something associated with disposable income. These artistic works, whether paintings resembling mere labels or posters adorning our functional walls, might seem purely decorative and devoid of utility. However, the artist's significance goes far beyond aesthetics. In fact, the artist serves as a harbinger of the future, revealing insights long before the majority can perceive them. This distinctive role sets the artist apart from preachers and philosophers. The intriguing part lies in the paradox that the artist, while appearing as a clown or a marginal character, is the one who imparts lessons on life. This education isn't delivered through the preachings of religious leaders, the ponderings of philosophers, or the teachings of professors. Rather, it's the artist who becomes our guide. Whether through visual mediums like painting and sculpture, or most notably through music, the artist conveys profound wisdom. An illuminating example can be found in an interview with George Harrison, a member of the Beatles, published recently in the East Village Other. Harrison delves into the profound philosophy of music that he and the band comprehend and follow. He explains how the essence of sound unveils the universe's meaning. This perspective even led him to embrace Hinduism, where the essence of life is referred to as Shabda. In Sanskrit, Shabda encompasses not just verbal communication, but the very essence of sound, the flow of tone and utterance. In the Hindu tradition, the syllable Om encapsulates this concept. Spelled A-U-M, the letter A originates from the back of the throat and flows through the vowel U to the lips. This resonating mantra symbolizes a profound understanding of the world's mysteries and stands as one of the fundamental forms of yoga in India. The Alan continued. He explained that the term Om encompasses the entire spectrum of sound. It's referred to as the pranavas, where all sounds essentially emerge from it. It's not only a symbol but also a fundamental reality. Everything resonates with Om. Om, the soothing Om. It's like the universe has its own sound, a heartbeat of existence. Once, I delved into a fascinating encounter with Hindu music, as I described in a book called The Joy of Cosmology. At that time, I had a curious experience, courtesy of Timothy Leary, involving some incredibly potent Mexican mushrooms. I was in a terrible state, exhausted from a journey to the east, battling a sore throat, just feeling miserable. So, I ingested this peculiar substance. To my surprise, I found myself immersed in the world of Hindu music. Initially unaware of its origin, I couldn't help but question the absurdity I was hearing. I thought my friend, with whom I was spending the day, had decided to play a tape recording of their own antics. It sounded like children making silly faces. I believed it to be a nonsensical spectacle. Thus, I said, "Ranjan, hey, let me take a look at the album." I examined the cover. Classical Music of India, curated by Anand Danyalu, a scholarly and esteemed authority on Hindu music. I felt like someone was playing a prank on me. But no, there it was. These seemingly nonsensical sounds were not just mere gibberish. They weren't only mimicking instruments like flutes, they were the instruments themselves. They mimicked oboes too, with uncanny accuracy. It was as if children were mimicking a symphony with their voices. The cacophony resembled this, as I mimicked the peculiar sounds. While I listened, a realization suddenly washed over me, the essence of existence itself. In that moment, I comprehended the incredible truth that everything in this world is wonderfully devoid of inherent meaning. That's the reality we're facing. Society conditions us to assign value, influenced by our parents' teachings. We react with urgency, fearing an end when the rhythm of life sways in an unexpected direction. Just like when we exclaim, "Be careful, watch out," as if it might be our demise. Alan concludes by pondering, what will the end be? He questions the issue with this notion of finality. He believes that things that eventually halt are destined to halt. Conversely, those that persist must eventually cease, while those that cease must at some point resume. The fascinating aspect is how we become entangled by assigning value to these processes. At this very moment, I could assert that this is negative, that one shouldn't engage in it. However, concurrently, becoming entwined and attributing value to these actions constitute an integral part of the grand scheme. We're caught up, ensnared, merely instructing oneself, I mustn't form attachments, I shouldn't partake in this or that, won't disentangle us. The realization is that becoming ensnared is just another manifestation of the process itself. Further absurdity, a more profound complexity. Imagine a tree. It boasts a central trunk, then sprouts secondary branches, from which tertiary branches emerge, followed by quaternary ones, and this pattern continues, culminating in a fully grown tree. Similarly, you couldn't numerically rank each layer at which events unfold. You might label one occurrence as being at level 1, another at level 42, yet another at level 65. You then assess these events as good, bad, fitting, or inappropriate. What escapes notice, however, is that you deem something inappropriate because you believed it resided on level 63, when in reality, it existed on level 112. You remain oblivious to the true level at which the event occurred. Thus, the entire human experience, replete with moments of elation, anguish, and catastrophes, is akin to a magnificent play. It's neither inherently good nor bad. It resembles a fern, adorned with nodules, each one simply signifying another life form coexisting. Much like dogs occasionally making their home on the fern, they carry out their own endeavors, while the fern thrives off something else. We all rely on each other in various ways. Viewing existence through this lens, the panorama appears as an extraordinary spectacle, a dramatic opus beyond compare. In essence, Alan's contemplation urges us to recognize the intricate interplay of existence. The very fabric of life consists of cycles of beginning and ending, growth and cessation, all interwoven like the branches of a tree, spanning diverse levels of understanding. The propensity to pass judgment based on perceived levels often blinds us to the true nature of events. Instead of grappling with the complexities, perhaps we should embrace the profound connectedness that underlies every facet of life. By doing so, we're able to truly perceive existence as the awe-inspiring performance it is, with each moment contributing its own unique note to the symphony of existence. I'll always thank you for watching and see you in the next video.